Ikorodu United still struggling. Rivers United second on the table. Let's take reactions from the game between Ikorodu United and Warri Wolves, and then I'll come back. We'll talk some more and also take a look at what the papers are saying. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay.
A lot of positives. When I came here 2 months ago, we were changing the complete philosophy of the club. So we are bringing in a philosophy of high press. We want to possess the ball. We want to put our dominance upon our opponent. I see tremendous progress in that. Today, specifically the last part of the game, we did that. But of course, when you change philosophies, when you change directions and bring more like a European style of play in Africa, it comes with falling and getting back up. So the positives are that we created chances. We took the game to the opponent, specifically second half. The negatives are we're not able to score goals yet in the measure and the rate that I would like it to happen.
Well, when you go away, you know, most coaches will tell you they want to draw. The first thing we do, first of all, is we want to win. Because when you lay back for a draw, you're going to get Arsenal laid on you so much that the dam could break. Since we don't have a very structured back right now because of the inexperience, we cannot go stay back waiting for people to come at us. We have to go at them. This is the best form of defense. You got to put attack. We have good attacking players, so we can't waste that. We need to try to get a win. If we don't get the win, then at least we'll hope for a draw.
Okay, Ikorodu United coach Sam Okodu. Yes, it's a slight relief, but he knows they need to do more.
Of course.
It won't be good to see this team go down because they came into the league with a lot of promise, and they also have a good management. You know, players have never complained of.
One of the privately owned team in the league, which is a good one. But it's a shame results and performances on the pitch hasn't really happened for them. And we were talking about the goal during the break. Yeah, it was a great strike, but I thought the goalkeeper, was a bit at fault for that one. But you don't agree?
I don't agree because, it's difficult. You've seen it on TV. If you watch it, the goalkeeper might be saying that's a tight angle, and my wall will cover it up for me, and then a little bit of wind, and then it swerves. It's going in.
I mean, it was quite a distance. I mean, and he had all the time in the world to adjust his feet and make the save. He got a hand to it, but wasn't strong enough. So, yeah. Happy days for Ikorodu.
Happy days because they've also suffered. They've also you saw the goal that Chinonso Okonkwo scored against Ikorodu United Sweet. The one that the GYFC gang scored for the free kick, spectacular. It's also good for Ikorodu to score people this set of goals.
Fata Oluwadayo.
That's feel cool with themselves. Guys, but people are not taking a closer look at Sunshine Stars.
Oh, yes.
Sunshine Stars are doing so well since Solomon Ogbede came around, and yes, the club and the management, they're trying to see where they can ensure they can take care of the players that they want to keep. But Cecilia, at some point, a lot of players were not cool with the way they were treated, but they are staying focused.
Yes.
And they're getting the results.
But how long will that last? I mean, when you're talking about staying focused, how long will it last for the players? Sometimes it gets to a point whereby you just can't hold on anymore. Well, I think what Rivers is doing, I understand the economic situation and everything, but if you really want to run a club, just put in the money because you're also employing some people, taking them off the streets and all that. Now, if you don't have that club to run, just take a look at the numbers of people that club can actually employ. Where do they go to? I mean, when they think about that, so I think the football, because some people will say that, hey, look, the economy is not okay, so football, sport is right now is not the focus. Sport should be the focus. Check what happened to Brazil in 2014. The economy was like down, they were complaining, protesting, and everything. It ended up the biggest tournament of it all, and of course they had a fantastic one. So that particular moment, that 31 days that the games are going on, the fans are happy. So you can just, sport has a way of actually unifying everybody and making everybody smile. So whatever money you have, just some percentage of it, just put it aside for sport. It's important.
Let me make Tayo sad. Imagine you played for Taraba FC and you went through all of what happened, and then you now join 3SC. And you're still going through this.
What?
How would you play football?
And maybe you don't support a club like, sorry.
No, but before we leave, imagine, I told you I was going to make you sad. Because it's difficult. Because I I just try to imagine it, you know. It will put down any player. We need to fix administration
From
of our
Taraba
football.
to shooting,
We
wow,
need to
man,
fix
you're going
it
to ask your
very
God, what have I
badly.
done?
We need
What
to fix
crime
it.
have I
But
committed?
before we go, guys, again, no show between Giwa
We just
FC
talked
and
about it.
Imba.
So
Very,
we're
very important.
waiting.
We're waiting for the LMC
yes.
to find out what's really going to happen to
Happen to
Giwa
that
FC.
team, yeah.
And then we also need to hear from officials of Giwa FC also.
You know,
Understand what's really going on.
I told you
I've
maybe
heard-
there is negotiation actually going on that we don't know about, that they know, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I've heard officials of Giwa say the case is a bit interesting because they travel for their away games.
Yeah.
But when it's time to play at home,
But
in their new home, they don't go. That's because it's obvious because they don't agree
To the decision
with that
from
decision
the
of the
LMC.
NFF
Wow.
and the LMC, NFF. And that's what has to be sorted as soon as possible
Oh
now
my
because
God.
it's not good at all for the image of the league. When we keep having no shows.
Hold on. Are they the first club to be banished from their home team? They're not. Others have actually obeyed that rule. So if you really want to play on your home ground, then control your fans.
Yeah, but
it's simple.
what they're saying now
How
is
difficult is it?
apparently they don't agree with that,
That's what it
that
is.
decision. Even though it was clear, their fans broke the rules, and they should deal with it.
Wh-
But
wh- why-
for some reason, because of we know what's going on with the drama with the NFF.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's.
And it would be so sad if they
got
are
a role to
bringing
play.
that
It is.
into club
It is.
football.
It is playing a role.
my
It
God,
is,
disappointing.
and it's really, really bad.
Because-
Now, what the kind of precedent they're setting, other clubs might even take a clue from
Yeah.
there. If anything happens and they're banished away from their homes, they wouldn't also want to go there and play.
But Cecilia,
And so this is
remember,
not
it
good.
actually started with Ifa Uba FC, and they said, you didn't banish Ifa Uba because of what happened
But
against
it wasn't
Heartland.
about the fans.
But
it
you
was
see-
about the owner, and the owner was actually punished.
You know?
So
but
it's different.
when
You don't do, it's not the same scenario. It's not the same situation. This was about the fans, and a game was stopped like 3 times. You know,
Yeah.
and the other one was about the owner. That's why the owner was punished, and also he was fined.
It's just a
so
shame.
What's that?
It's just a shame, Tayo Cecilia, because when I look at the whole situation happening between this GYFC situation and the banishment and people not complying to the directives from the LMC, I start wondering what is justice. What is justice if you need to say you love football and our football needs to continue? How can a team travel as far as Abia and you cannot go to Ilorin to
Yes.
play a game because first of all you don't want to accept that that's your new home. I don't understand these things. The LMC needs to let us know. Officials of GYFC need to let us know what's the game in doing this, particularly for our football.
Sending a wrong message,
You know,
very wrong one.
This is league football. Where we come, we do some more research. We try to make people embrace it. We try to love it. You know,
and you
give it
come
some
and
following.
And you come and
all
talk
of
about no
this.
shows.
And just imagine
it's not
Aimba
good
now
enough.
traveling to Ilorin, staying there,
Yeah.
and waiting, and nothing is happening. It's really not fun. I
That's
mean, it
why-
happened to Rangers. Remember when they traveled to Abuja
Same
and everything?
thing.
They stayed there.
Yeah.
I mean, when they were supposed to play the
No
last
show.
minutes of the game
Yeah.
and no show and all
Aqua
that.
United went to Ilorin.
Same
no
thing.
show.
So if
You know?
other clubs are not finding it funny, fine, they might be getting the 3 points, but somehow you just want your team to play football.
And it makes me remember we kept on saying if it's just 10 teams that are willing to be part of this
That's
team,
it.
give
Let them
us
play.
good football, you know, where we
And
don't have
simple.
commas
Yeah.
and semicolons and exclamation marks and question marks. Just accredit those 10 teams and let them give us good football. And when it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
And from there, other people will learn
Yeah.
that these clubs are doing so well. Players are not complaining of welfare and the likes, and we are enjoying and following the league.
And no one is actually using emotional blackmail, saying
Yeah.
a club is owned
You
by
know,
a
yeah,
private
because
individual
private and
and
we
all
put
that. You
so
have
much
to
money.
support and everything. You're putting so much money. But if you're doing that, then you also have to obey the rules of the game. There are rules by LMC, and of course, that rules will have to be ratified by a body that is running the league professionally that we all know. So if that is the case, so why not just obey it and play your games? Now, you will not set a kind of a tone that other clubs will just want to follow and say, look, Giwa was banned to Ilorin. They didn't honor their games, and they're still in the league. So we also can, like three away games right now. So after 3, they're supposed to face expulsion. So we'll wait for Show Diko and the likes now.
They're
They're
very
going to make.
strong in handling this particular matter. And,
That's it.
We're waiting to see what's going to come out of it.
Everybody with their own problems. While they're doing what they're doing, Ikorodu United wants to survive. Enugu Rangers are focused, eyes on the prize. They want the league title. Enyimba still wants to see if they can defend it. So it's every club with their own story.
Yeah,
So,
Austin, there's nothing wrong. We're having footballing problems. That's fine. Yeah, you know, trying to get points, trying to survive, trying to avoid relegation. That's fine. But when we're talking about no-shows, that shouldn't have a place in our league in 2016.
At all, it shouldn't. Other games for today, Ifeanyi will be in action against MFM, and Niger Tornadoes, of course, Canopilas will also be in action today. So that will conclude match day 18 coming from Nigerian Professional Football League.